Welcome to Deep Thought, speaking things into existence. And this is a topic requested by a commenter, Pooh. I guess it's Pooh Bish. I don't know. But speaking things into existence. Now, I hope I got your name right. But that's a powerful thing. You know, the Christian Bible said life and death is in the power of the tongue, right? And that's really true. That's really true because according to some esoteric traditions, right, when you speak, there's a vibration that goes out into the universe, right? And it brings something, it makes something happen, right? Now, on a practical level, let me explain what's working out, right? Let me use a relationship example. And some men may understand this, some women. Have y'all ever just sat back and you saw somebody that you wanted badly and you spoke it out loud? You know, you might do it in a vulgar way, like, you know, you'd be like, damn, I'm going to hit that. Or you'd be like, you know, me and him are going to get together. Or me or her are going to get together, depending on, you know, male or female, right? What happens is when you speak, you're not really sending it out into the ethers for something outside of you to make happen. You really sending that into your subconscious. Because say it's your man, you want a particular woman. And you say it with a conviction, I'm going to get with her, right? Now, you might not know that woman at that point. You might have just seen her. What will start happening is your subconscious will start making moves to make this possible. You know? Because I've actually said that. I ain't going to say who I said it with, but there's certain people I've seen, right? Certain people I've met where I just saw them in a picture or something. I said, you know, I want to meet them. Like this one woman, I'll say it. I would actually tell her. I remember I saw her, right? Saw a picture of her. I was like, wow, you know, I want to meet her, right? And didn't think anything about it. Years later, we in a long conversation. But in the meantime, a lot of stuff happened within me to make it possible to create a pathway for us to meet. And that's how it happens. See, you speak things into existence. You really like giving your subconscious, or if you want a deeper spiritual thing, you giving your spirit orders. You like, you know, your spirit is like a genie. Your subconscious, that part below the surface, that iceberg that's not the tip of the iceberg, but the part below the surface, you giving that orders. You're saying, look, I want this to happen. Because you literally got a genie inside of you. Right? You literally got a genie. Right? And I'll tell you something else I used to use for relationships. I always said, I have said this. I said, if I could talk to any woman for a half an hour, I can get her. And I actually cut that down to 15 minutes. And that's actually proven to be true. She would be interested. But what happened? It wasn't any magic or anything. When that thought, that command went into my subconscious, and that subconscious would gradually work on me to change me to the type that can make that a true statement. Because that's how it really happens. You know, the universe itself doesn't shift. You know, the world doesn't shift. The only shift happens is with you. You know, if someone says, you know, have a nice music thing going on in the background. Let me see what this is. Yeah, it's called When Rivers Run by Ann Tremon. If someone says they want to be the greatest concert pianist in the world, right? Now, someone will say, well, you can't be. You got these other concert pianists out here, and it's so much, it's hard to break into and stuff like that. But you're not saying it to compete with anybody, and you ain't saying it like everybody in the world's going to all of a sudden recognize it. You telling yourself that. And by telling yourself that, what you going to do? First, you're going to learn how to play the piano. Then you're going to practice. And then you're going to get better and better at it. And as you get better, people are going to find out about you all of a sudden. And you just get better, to the point where you actually cause something to happen. You draw people to you. Because your subconscious, in that case, your subconscious is not only going to work on your ability to play piano, but then it's going to work on your charisma to draw people to you to listen. It's powerful. It's powerful. But see, some people don't realize that power. You know, they can speak life into it. If you wake up, I'm going to tell you what. Say you wake up 2 ways, and we've all had that moment. And I've actually practiced this. This is powerful. I've practiced this personally. You ever wake up and just say it's going to be a bad day? Like you just say it. It's raining or something, and you just a little tired. It's like, man, it's going to be a bad day. And what happens? It's going to be a bad day. You know, stuff is going to mess up on your job, or rather you're going to make some mistakes. Something you might say or do something. But you spoke that in. Now, contrast it if you wake up in the morning and say, you know, this is going to be a great day. Which is what I do all the time. In fact, there's 2 things I do. I wake up and be like, in fact, I'm up so early because I can't wait to get started. I have to be extremely tired to sleep late. Or be lazy about getting up. I honestly cannot remember the last time, because to me, every day is pregnant with great possibilities. I can't wait to get started. But that's what I always say. I speak it. I say every day's going to be great. You know? When I wake up, you know, every few days I remind myself, I speak. That's like, you know what? Everything I touch turned to gold. I can't remember last time. Even some stuff that looked like it might be bad for me turned out to be good for me. Because that's how I speak that. It was like, nah, I'm a win when I do something. This is going to be a great interview, or this is going to be a great video. I speak it. I speak it first. You know, like years ago, like I'm doing what I do now because I said, you know what? I want to make all my money doing something that I love and that's easy for me. And that's what I'm doing. You know? And I actually said years ago, I want to make my money just giving advice to people. What do? I spoke that in, but what happened? Things happen. I'm going to tell you how it works, right? It doesn't, as I said, it doesn't work on the outside, but it works on the inside. Okay. And I've told this story before, but it's interesting. Because I spoke years ago about wanting to do exactly what I'm doing now, it causes changes in me to start taking actions that will draw people to me. Now, for example, I used to have an internet radio show. But the reason I got that internet radio show, because I just responded to a comment on a friend's thread on Facebook. And she had an internet show, right? And she invited me on. And I went on there and I was just natural. I was talking. In fact, and she's a talkative person. She is a talkative person. It's hard as heck to overtalk her, but she was quiet because I was just being natural. But because I was being natural, the owner of the internet network, of the network, he called me up directly and said, I want you to do a show for me, and I'm not letting you off the phone until you say yes. It's like, he kept me on the phone until I said yes. I had every objection, and he overcame it. I was like, man, it was probably one of the best things I did. And I didn't know it at the time, but it gave me practice for doing what I do now. Right? I spoke that, and then I thought about it afterwards as I was doing. I said, you know what? I spoke that into existence. Understand something. That's the key. You're not telling the universe what to do. Some people in some, especially in some like New Age traditions, they think they telling the universe what to do. No, they telling their subconscious what to do. You know? Like I can tell anybody, like if anybody want, like, you know, I'm known for the relationship stuff. If anybody really want to change their relationship status, they'll stop saying all these men out here are bad or all these women out here are bad. They'll speak it in. They'll say I attract the best people for me, and that's all I attract. And if they say that and they believe it, you got to speak it with conviction. Like when you speak something into existence, you got to have faith that's going to happen. It's really a prayer. You got to have faith in it, right? You have to have faith, right, that it's going to happen. So that's the power. So anyway, right, that's all I got for that. Keep rising and transforming.